I'm just about to paint the engine bay in the E30 now. Got it all masked up. I just got to do a quick tack off, have all the rust treatment on. Yep, final blow off and the tack rag wipe, and then I'll hit all the painted surfaces with epoxy urethane primer first. And then I'll see what it looks like. I might need to put some seam sealer in a few areas here and there. And if necessary, again, I'll gauge the surface smoothness, and I might put a primer surfacer sealer down before I hit it with the 2K black top coat. I've just got the epoxy urethane primer on that now. It's been about half an hour, 40 minutes. Just sitting in the ambient temperatures warm enough for me to not have to bake that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and check, make sure that everything looks kosher, and then I'll put the 2K gloss black over the top of that. Okay, so I had a little hiccup or speed bump. There was just too much shit blowing out, you know, in the engine bay. So it just was heaps of shit landing on the paint. And I could see that in the wet coat of the satin black. So again, black being the simplest color you can paint in terms of how we perceive it, but it's one of the most bullshit colors to paint in terms of preparation and environment cleanliness, substrate cleanliness, you name it. It has to be basically perfect. So in this instance, yeah, that's a hard no. Got to pull the car out, basically. Make sure the booth is all nice and tidy. Change the filters so we got maximum airflow. Yeah, and then I can carry on. I'm back in the booth now. We've got it all plasticed out nicely. And so hopefully that's added some static surface area for any dust that is in the booth to stick to. I can see now it's already got some on it. Floor's wet, engine bay is good to go. Gonna do the inside of the sunroof as well. I've suited up as well. Yeah, next up, tack rag, anti-static, blow down with the stat gun, and then we can go for gold. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just about to prime this MTech 1 body kit. I sent it away to get sandblasted, just to remove the previous paint that was on it. Just in its lifetime, it's had, a few paint jobs done to it. And it's got this detail, I'll show you guys a close up in a second, but it's got this detail in the lower section of the body kit all the way around the car. It's got 1, 2, 3 little grooves, and there's no way to maintain the definition or the cleanliness of those lines without paint stripping. Because over time, with each layer of paint, those grooves become shallower and shallower, and it just looks shit. So for the scale of this project, we just decided to send it away and get soda blasted. So yeah, now I'm gonna put some highball primer filler on it, just as an initial prime. And then we'll probably do any repairs that we see after it's primed, and then reprime it again. It's just the nature, or rather, it is the nature, but it's also my preference of how to go through this type of repair. So yeah. So we did an initial prime, then did the repairs, and now we're doing the final prime because we've managed to get it all straight and, you know, most of the repairs done to a decent level. We've maintained all the details of the kit. So now we're just going to seal all those rub-throughs in. That's all we're doing with this. We're just going to put 2 wet coats on, and all I'm hoping to achieve in this session is to seal those rub-throughs off so that when we sand it in preparation for the top coat, we don't get any sinkages or shrinkages showing those rub-throughs. So here we are the next morning, or the next day, and I'm just going to prepare this car for its flow coat. I'm just going to do the flow coat now while it's in the booth, because we're not going to go through masking this thing up again. Just again, in the nature of the scale of this kind of project or this job, you know, you get the odd little run, which I've got here just off the swage line. It's the only casualty for this job, so I'm not about to cry over that. I'm going to wet block it with 800 grit sandpaper, and then I'm actually going to DA the rest of the car with 800 grit wet as well. Okay, so this thing is now fully ready to go. It's been degreased twice, once with IPA, once with anti-static wipe. All that's left to do is a blow and attack, and then an anti-stack blow off. Got a couple of places on the car that we've had some rub-throughs that we need to just puff in. I'll do that, let it sit for a minute, and then I'm sending it 2 full coats, maybe 2 medium coats of high solids clear coat. When you're mixing up like a volume of clear coat or paint or any activated paint, it's important to let it sit for a couple minutes, you know, just to let all the components hang out, get to know each other a little bit. Hi, pleased to meet you. Also, I thought I'd show you something. This is the gun that I'm shooting this job with. This is the fucking bee's knees, honestly. Not this specific edition, but just this gun. This is a high water WS400, I think it is. It says that here somewhere. Yep, there you go. Is that gonna focus? Not sure. Just trust me. This is the way to go. So in this video, you'll see us sand back, otherwise known as color sanding. It's basically where we go through, denub any bits of dust that landed in the clear coat, and just smooth everything out, you know, so that the clear coat's nice and smooth to the touch, and then we'll buff it back with 3 stages of polish after that, and that will basically make it a black mirror finish. Not quite a piano finish, but it will be super flat, super shiny. There's a few steps involved in this part of the process. First thing we do is we take a razor blade, or in this case we use a carbide, tungsten carbide blade, you know, just to scratch and flatten off any of the dust nibs. Then we sand that back with 1500 on a little rubber block, and then after that we 2000 grit sand that out. So, you know, so we refine the 1500 scratches with 2000 grit, and then as you can see, what Nate's doing now is he's actually going over with 3000 grit 3M Trizac. And the reason why we're going to do that is that it's just going to equalize everything and make sure that all of the panels are dead smooth. There's no you know, single nibs that you can feel or even see in the surface. And then we'll go, once that's completed, we'll wash the car down, and then we'll start the cutting and polishing process, which in this case will be, the first step will be to use a lamb's wool or a open cell foam pad we're going to use 3M for this, 3M Perfected. And then after that, we'll use 3M Perfected Step 2, which is also a foam waffle pad and the appropriate compound. And then after that, once that's all said and done, we'll give it the final buff with the Rupe's Bigfoot, and we'll use the yellow pad with the yellow compound. And then this is just going to get a nice wax sealing. Now we've got all the sanding and the denibbing done. Nate's actually just about to finish going over it with the rotary polisher and the coarse cut to remove all that sanding marks and sanding scratches, and I'm just about to jump on. Or we're both gonna, I'll go on the big Bigfoot, and Nate will go on the Bigfoot Mini on the yellow pad, and we'll see how well we can refine these rotary scratches and then go from there. We'll check it again, light check, and then come back if there's anything that needs to be fixed, and we'll do that. And then put a wax, send it.